Well, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about KASPA today. I'm looking at KASPA on the Kraken chart right now. We don't need all the all-time history just to see like this current move, right? So a lot of volume, breakout move, up phenomenally, right? From this overall range here, maybe I'll just delete it and redo it so you can see what I'm doing. All right, we consolidated all the way down, consolidated sideways, moved up, and now we're breaking out. Absolutely, we're breaking out from a high point to a low point. You broke right through your 618, tipped, double topped, actually had a what they call a tweezer top at the 886. It's a very kind of common area to be held down by. That's the deepest retracement. So if you do just break right through the 618, tipping the 886 is not uncommon. What normally happens with this is one of two things, and I'm thinking this is probably the more likely thing to happen. The first thing, which is that you're likely going to go back to your 618, bounce there, and then go higher. Perhaps you find resistance at the 886 again, you get a higher low, whatever, you form some kind of like ascending triangle, and then you break out. Perhaps you just break out on your next attempt up. I don't know, but I'm fairly confident you're going to work your way down to at about, what is that, 14.96, is that what it says? So let's just say about 15 cents just below there. Or option two, you could work your way lower, back down to like your 382 or your 0.5 area. That is possible as well. I don't think you're going to do that, but it is possible. I'm just saying that as a precaution, because if by some chance you do go below your 1618, it's not the end of the world. KASPA, I think this is the low. I forget when I made my last video on KASPA, but I know in my last video I was bullish on it. I flipped bullish again. C-Zar the bear is dead. C-Zar the bull is alive and well. Right now, yes, a little temporary bearishness perhaps. You're at 16.6 cents now. Recent high at about 17.8, 17.9 cents. And I am calling for you to go down to about 15 cents or 14.9 cents, somewhere in that area. But find support there and then continue to move up. When you do move up, after you do find support there, which will probably happen, it'll probably happen over the next week or two. You move up fast, right? One day like this, you don't normally move down to your support area the next day. If you do, great, you're going to move up sooner. But it'll probably take 3 days or more to move down here, I would assume. And probably on that or more side, it could even take like a week and a half or 2 weeks. But soon enough, I would honestly think it probably takes about a week to move down to this low. Who knows? Timing's hard to guess. But when you do hit the low at about 15 cents just below there or around there, it doesn't have to be right on the line, but around there, your next targets are 23 cents to 28.7. Let's just call it 29 cents. 23 cents to 29 cents are your next targets, right? So load up at 15 cents and we'll see you at 23 to 29 cents or potentially higher. Genuinely, you could be making a move all the way up to 44 cents. When KASPA moves, and this is actually where, I don't know why, I didn't think I was on PD. What is this? I thought I was just KASPA USD PM. I didn't think I did that. I thought I did. Oh, see, I saw Kraken and I didn't see. Well, whatever. It's probably the same targets, right? 44 cents for the 2272. If we go here, we take the high to the low. Yeah, 42.4 cents. Close enough. It's pretty damn close. You still hit your 886, right? That's your next target. The reason why normally I would consider this area the expected area for you to stop. That's your like kind of realm of expectations for the fib extensions. I'm thinking you're going to surpass that because generally speaking, when KASPA likes to move, right, it doesn't stop at its 1272 or its 1618, right? Not that it can't, but it normally doesn't stop there. High to low, you hit your 2272. Here, from your high to your low, I'm not counting the scam wicks. This time you hit your 1414. So kind of in that expected range, whatever. From this high to the low, I have to get it right on the high there. Come on. Come on. Now there we go. You went, deep into your twos there. From this high to your low, you also were, deeper extensions. You broke above your 1618. 1886, nearly to your 2272 before you really found that all-time high currently that you've maintained since March, but really you've been consolidating since the 1886 was hit essentially. So all I'm trying to say by that kind of definition in itself, or not even definition, I don't know, by that showing of what it's done in its history, from a relative high to a relative low, I think it is safe to assume, and especially because this is a tighter range, I think it's safer to assume that you are going to see these deeper extensions. So really, you know, I said 23 cents to 29 cents, I think. On here it says 22. It's different because this is KASPA USD on crypto, where the other one was the Kraken dot. I really thought I didn't know that it was the dot PM, but whatever. Tomato. It's more or less the same thing. But I would expect actually potentially 27 cents to 40 cents or beyond. There was a time when we saw the 2886 being hit. So KASPA looking like it wants to make some moves. It's been consolidating sideways for quite some time. I do think that it's got some legs ahead of it. Over the coming months, you'll probably see prices not just at 40 cents, but beyond 40 cents. But time will tell. And it's all starting now. I do think, you know, you're at about 17 cents now. I do think you're going to pull back, and that's okay. Totally fine, totally healthy to do, especially when interacting with your 886 like this. Let's see. That's right. Oh, see, I wonder if that changes things. Moves things up just a little bit. Anyways, I would expect you pull back to your 618. Unless we just keep going here. If I'm wrong and you just keep going, cool. More power to you. It wouldn't be crazy. The daily RSI looks like it's at a relative high. It'd probably come down, right? Like if it's in a channel up, right? Like if you're like, that's not a good line at all, but like this, right? And then here's your bottom side. You're at the top side of it. I would assume that you come down, find support on your overbought zone. That's a really bullish kind of maneuver in itself, and then continue higher. It would not be crazy to pull down to 15 cents, and that's all I'm saying. If we put a line right there before I end the video at the 618 there, that is previous areas of resistance, right? Previous areas of resistance. Check back at that for support, and then go. And then go. So that's all I got to say. Hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more. Thank you all for coming. Take care. Bye-bye.